Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I thought that I would do another video where I do a spin with Jess type video so that those of you who found my October video and my Peloton review have something new to watch. I am going to try to also address a couple of the questions that I've gotten a few times in some of the comments on those videos as well in this video. Then I'm going to just give a quick, brief update of my stats so that if you are curious of my journey or if you're curious if we have similar body types and things like that. And I'm gonna show you a little bit about what I have going on in my workout room. I'm going to film myself doing the actual spinning so you can see what I look like. And that's pretty much gonna be the video. So if you have other questions or you're just looking at doing spinning for weight loss and you found me, then welcome. I'm so excited. I posted another video. I don't know what happened. Something happened in algorithms on YouTube and I'm getting a lot of views on a couple of those videos. And I'm not like really looking to be an influencer or a YouTuber. I do these videos for me as a video journal. If you were to go back on my channel, you can see I've had multiple times in my life where I've had different weight loss successes and I've shared them, and they're really for a video journal for me and for my husband and for our family. I enjoy blogging written word on my blog about my progress, and I like the videos. The videos are just really helpful for me to see visually what was going on in my life during that diary period. So I don't know if you guys like this kind of stuff. I love having you here and I love all the comments. It's really kind of made me feel very special and it's really lifted me up. So those of you who have watched or are watching now and have taken the time to comment on my videos, some of you have said some of the nicest things. Like, I cannot tell you, like, hearing compliments is sometimes awkward, but then other times it's like, wow, someone, just a random person, took time out of their day to make sure to say something nice to another random person. And that's just like, that gives me hope for humanity, guys. It just does. Thank you so much. So anyways, here is our workout room in our house. We have the CycleAce bike here. Let me see if I can show you guys some of it. So I did add the seat. This is from Bell and I got it at Target. And it is just a regular old memory foam seat. And it can probably go on any kind of bike that you buy because it's just really adjustable and it comes off really easy, just like that. And it's just extra cushiony. The actual bike seat on the CycleAce is also really cushiony. I don't know. It does seem like it's kind of narrow, but it fits. It works. And then if you are in need of a channel for comfiness for your body parts and how your body sits on a bike seat, then that is on the seat and on this gel pad that you can add to it. So the bike itself does not have a cadence monitor on it. It only shows you, the time that you've been doing it, speed. Speed I kind of use sometimes to tell me my cadence, distance, how far you've gone, calories, how much. It's like a very generic based off of what you're doing, and you don't put any of your own personal information in this, so it's all very generic. And then the odometer, I've ridden 145 miles on this bike, so that gives you an idea of how much cycling I have done. And then we have a smart TV in here. It's just a regular old Vizio smart TV. And we added in an Amazon Fire Stick to it because on the Fire Stick, you can put the Peloton app. But on the smart TV, there wasn't a way to do Peloton. So I had an extra Fire Stick and we put it on, and I have just little quotes around my room, some stuff, and just a board to keep track of progress and some other quotes and things like that. Some people have asked about all of the Marvel characters, and that's Tyler, our son. He collects those. We have resistance bands. I got this exercise bench. It's kind of narrow, but I mean, you can see it's only as wide as a little bit bigger than my shoes. But it works if you're sitting down and doing some stuff. I got it off of Facebook Marketplace for 70 bucks. And then we bought a punching bag that is on a stand and these flooring pieces. Those were all from Dick's Sporting Goods. We bought those. And then we've just been collecting these weights as they've been available because there's just been a run on weights. We had those little white weights and those blue weights before, but we got these 20s and these kettlebells in the last year. So that is pretty much the extent. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you. On the bike, since there is no cadence, actual cadence, like on a Peloton, I added the Wahoo cadence sensor. And this was like $30 on Amazon. And it's something you just zip tie around the crank of a pedal. And that actually hooks up to your cell phone. So what I do is I turn on my phone and I start a workout on Wahoo. And then it tells me my cadence up here. And the cadence then what that they're telling me on the Peloton up there, I can at least be similar or within the same range as that. So that is everything as far as what I have in my room. Today is February 8th and I'm about to do my 4th ride of the month. And so I mentioned I did 145 miles on this bike. So I got the bike in September and I rode it consecutively all in the month of September. I had a goal to ride 80 miles in the month of September. I surpassed that and rode over 100 miles. That goal was met by specifically choosing to ride 5 miles a day. And I did 5 miles. Sometimes I broke it up. I did 1 mile in the morning and a couple miles in the afternoon and a couple miles in the evening, especially at the very beginning of that. And each one of those 5 miles probably took me between 30 and 40 minutes, just if you're having an idea of how much were you riding your bike. And so I was not consistently riding for 30 or 40 minutes in a row without getting off of my bike or without pausing while being on the bike until closer to the end of my very first month. So if you're brand new and you're just now getting on the bike, don't feel like you have to do these hour-long rides like you would do at a gym or anything like that. Just do a recovery ride, do a slow ride, do 10 minutes. That's amazing. Like there was a day that when I first got the bike, I literally, all I did was just sit on it. I didn't even ride it that first day. So go slow and go steady and do what's comfortable for you. I also, before I put the pad on it, I would roll up or fold up like a face towel size towel and just put it here as an additional buffer while I was getting used to the saddle soreness. So I rode it for the month of September. I rode a few times in the month of October because I ended up doing a different challenge for the month of October that I focused on. So I wasn't in my in-home gym as frequently. And then November and December, I just kind of... I have no excuses for that. But anyways, January came around and I got back in here and I was more active in the month of January and I averaged 19 workouts of all different kinds on my bike, walks, strength training and things like that. I averaged 19 for the month of January. So if you're wondering how the progress is going as far as my weight loss goes, that's just, I'm giving you a backstory about how it's going and why maybe there was a stall in any numbers moving or things like that. So when I started, my starting weight was 278 pounds. I am 5'3" tall. And in the US, I wear a size 22 in tops and bottoms or roughly a 3X. Just, y'all know how that goes. It depends on how the brand is. And today, February 8th, I am 248 pounds and 0.2 ounces. So that is where we are, and those are the changes that have happened in me riding the bike. So let's just get logged in. I I don't know. I think I'll do a bike video, and then I like to close with a restorative yoga video. That's how I do my stretching. So that will be what you guys are about to watch now. And if you guys like content like this, if you're starting your journey of weight loss in any way, shape or form, and you like me, you want to follow along, then subscribe, because I would love to have you guys here. And basically, let's get spinning.
What's up, Peloton? How are you? I am Ally Love. Welcome. We have a 20-minute Black History Month Broadway Ride. I'm excited because we are going to celebrate the arc of storytelling, the magic of this stage, and of course, the power of representation through the performances of these Black artists in some of our favorite, if not life-changing, show tunes.
Okay guys, so the video that I chose was a 20-minute Black History Month Broadway ride with Ally Love. It had incredible music in it. Obviously, I'm not going to share the entire bike ride or all of the audio from the bike ride because, you know, reasons. Peloton, YouTube, all of those things. But the music that was in it was things like Lion King and Rent and Hamilton, and it was all really incredible and delicious. There were lots of out of saddle, well, not lots, there was out of saddle, there was good cranks of resistance on this bike ride and things like that. And actually I want to touch on resistance because the Cycle Ace doesn't measure resistance the way that Peloton does. So what I have done and have decided works for me and for my workouts is whenever they tell me to increase it by 1, my 1 on the Cycle Ace bike equates to a quarter turn. So if you're looking at the knob and it's 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, a quarter turn would be from 12 to 3 or 3 to 6, depending on where I'm at in it. So that is how I handle my resistance. And actually, when I look at the video from previously, my first video that I did, and I watch myself now, I can see some improvements in my form. I definitely have a little bit better control. I'm not bouncing around nearly as much. I do bounce around a ton. Thank goodness for the springs on that chair. I don't know how it holds all of my weight, and it's chugging along, but it might look a little bit like my knees are bowed when I am riding from this angle, but when I look down when I'm sitting, my knees are directly over my toes. So I think that this is just a matter of how I carry my weight in my belly and how when I'm seated, it just kind of looks. And I actually wanted to talk a little bit about my knee. I don't have an ACL in my right knee. In 2015, our family was doing a fun run at a park and they had obstacle courses made out of inflatables. And on the very first inflatable obstacle, I went halfway through and I got over a huge tall wall. And when I actually got over the wall, my right leg went down and it sunk down. My foot sunk all the way down into the air, all the way to the ground. And then my body fell over the top of my knee, and I completely dislocated my knee and got a 5-degree tear in my ACL. I have never had that repaired. I just did physical therapy, and I have been living my life fine without an ACL, but it is something that I'm mindful of when I am riding, when I'm doing any kind of exercise, actually, because since I didn't choose to get the repair surgery, they told me, you know, unless you're going to be like a basketball player or a tennis player where you have a lot of plant and pivot, you really don't need to go through the surgery. So I just opted not to go through the surgery, and I don't have any pain, but I'm just mindful of it, especially when I'm doing out of saddle. And on saddle, getting out of the saddle rather, I just wanted to make sure that I mention, if you're brand new to this and you haven't done anything out of the saddle yet, or you've tried out of saddle and it was just horrible and awful and hurt and you were afraid, make sure that you have resistance, like a lot of resistance on before you stand up. That is the key for me. I have to have like 5 or 6 full and full total turns of resistance on in order to feel actually comfortable and have the confidence to stand up and have any kind of like trying to be on beat with music that I'm writing to. So just make sure that you take it slow. You don't even have to get out of saddle. Just get on the bike and just sit there and get used to being on the bike. Get used to where your arms are. Get used to like what it feels like when you sit back like this. Get used to what it feels like when you put your hands on the bar right in front of you. Some people call that first position. And then if you put your hands kind of where my headband, the colored headband is, if you see on my bar in front of me here, that would be second position. And then if you put your hands all the way at the tippy top, that's like where you would put your hands for third position. So I only ever do seated first position and then standing second position. So that's me. I have no idea what I'm singing here. It's probably something Hamilton because that's probably what's going on the screen. But for the most part, this ride kind of kicked my butt. I'm giving you guys the best of the best Jessie ugly faces. Trying to get through this. I feel like this is where I had a lot of resistance on. Yeah, I'm cranking that baby off right now. Ooh, that was a lot. I said out loud, this feels like mud, but it felt good. It was a good one, but clearly I was getting winded. I can't remember if I said this or not. I did, even though this was only a 20-minute ride, I did actually get off the bike twice, but that wasn't because I had to. That was because I needed to move the camera so that I could get different angles. So that being said, it was a good ride for me. It was a shorter ride than I would normally have done right now, but I had a lot of work to do today, and I was filming this, and I knew I wanted to edit this and things like that. So I made the decision to just do a 20-minute ride and then came in my office and started editing, and then my dogs gave me their cutest faces ever, and I had to stop editing and go and take them on their walk. So I did get an evening walk in and then did a stretch video as well. So that was my day. That was kind of the activity that I planned for myself for the day, was what you're seeing here. I have a pretty sedentary job. I work from home for my husband's real estate company. I am the office manager and I do everything from home. He works at our office, and that's just the way that we keep our marriage happy. He goes into the office and works with our staff there, and I work and do everything that I can from home, and we manage that all virtually. So that's worked out really good, but it gives me the opportunity to be able to just maybe go to bed in my workout clothes and just roll out of bed and get right on the bike and get it done, or just go throw on some workout clothes and jump on the bike. Having a workout room is a huge blessing. I know that that is not something that everyone is able to do. And so I'm really lucky that we have been able to put this all together for us. And I just really hope that we have success and that you guys have success. Are you getting on your bikes? Which videos have you done? Are you doing Peloton? Are you doing Kaylee? Are you doing Gabriella? Let me know, guys.
As we celebrate the art of storytelling, the magic of the stage, and the true representation that matters, I want you to do so, knowing that you contributed by joining this ride. So thank you. Yes, you did. Yes, you have. Let's go. resistant?
Woo. Okay, so let's see. So I did a 20-minute Broadway hits Black Lives Matter playlist. That's the one I did, and it equaled to about 3.8 miles for me. I don't know. This says I burned 92 calories. Let's see what my watch actually says. I forgot to turn off my watch, so it ran a little longer. It says I burned 249 calories, which is a little bit more accurate. And then here's the Wahoo monitor thing. I did pause it to move the camera once because my kids were gone and couldn't do it for me. And then at the end to go swatch out my battery because the battery died in the middle of the wrap up. So that for me, ladies and gentlemen, was a 20-minute Broadway hits. I struggled with resistance on today, but I did get a couple of good climbs in and I'm pretty satisfied with it. So let's see what's in store next. Bye.